So welcome back again students to another video lesson. So after nating i-discuss yung mga important terms related to algebra, so wherein na-introduce natin doon yung mga terms like constants, variables, algebraic expressions, terms, polynomials, then yung polynomials according to number of terms, according to number of degrees, and then yung standard form ng polynomial. So we'll now start with evaluating algebraic expressions. So, kailangan kasi na alam nyo muna yung mga terms para at least hindi kayo mahirapan sa pag-solve, pag-compute ng mga problems related to algebra. So, let's start. So, our lesson objectives, of course, we will be defining algebraic expression. And then, the focus of this video lesson will be to evaluate algebraic expressions for the given value or values. So, algebraic expression. An algebraic expression is an expression which is composed of constants and variables. So, na-discuss ko na po yung definition ng algebraic expression sa previous video lesson ko dun sa important key terms related to algebra. So, na kung saan, binubuo po siya ng constant, yung number, and then yung variables, yung letters. Like, for example, 6x, negative 5abc, and 12p cubed q squared r are examples of algebraic expressions wherein yung constants po, yung numbers. So, yung mga constant po dyan, 6, negative 5, tsaka 12. So, yung 3 tsaka 2 na nakasulat right after the variables, ang tawag naman po doon are powers or exponents. So, evaluating algebraic expressions. So, how do we evaluate algebraic expressions? So, to evaluate algebraic expressions, simply substitute a particular number for each variable and perform the indicated operations. So, magbibigay lang po dito ng specific values for every variable na kailangan nating i-substitute dun sa given expression. So, and then, ipe-perform lang natin yung indicated operations. So, yung indicated operation, it can be plus, minus, times, or divide. Yung addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. So, let's have example number 1. If a is equal to 3 and b is equal to negative 4, find a plus b and a minus b. So, yung given values po natin, so yung a, 3, and then b, negative 4. So, para makuha po yung a plus b, yung value ng a plus b, tsaka a minus b, kailangan lang po natin i-substitute yung given values for a and b. So, dito muna tayo sa a plus b. So, sa a plus b, so substitute lang natin yung value ng a, which is 3. And then, yung value ng b is negative 4. So, plus negative 4. And then, we add. Ito yung operation niya, addition. So, 3 plus negative 4. So, unlike signs po sila. So, we follow the sign of the bigger value and then we proceed to subtraction. So, yung bigger value po sa dalawa na yan is 4. Kaya susundan po natin na sign is negative. And then we subtract 4 minus 3, 1. Ibig sabihin po, a plus b is equal to negative 1. Next, for a minus b naman, so a minus b, so using the same values, so 3 minus negative 4. And then equals, so since subtraction po yung ating operation, we change the sign of the subtrahend which is negative 4 and then we proceed to addition. Ibig sabihin yung negative 4 magiging positive and then yung minus magiging plus. That is 3 plus 4. So a minus b is equal to the sum of 3 and 4 and that is 7. So, ganyan lang po kadali ang pag-evaluate ng algebraic expressions. So, kailangan lang po nating i-substitute kung ano yung value for the specific variable. And then, perform the indicated operations. Next, example number 2. If x is equal to -1, y is equal to 3, and z is equal to 1/2, find, ayan. So, tatlong variables na po yung ating given dito, x, y, and z. And then find letter A for x, y, z. So, sabi ko sa inyo, kapag yung mga variables ay magkakadikit, ibig sabihin yung operations po or operation na kailangan nating gamitin is multiplication. So, substitute lang natin 4xyz equals, so sulat lang natin ulit 4, and then the value of x is -1, the value of y is 3, and then the value of c is 1/2. Fraction po siya. Next, 4 times -1 times 3 times 1/2. So, pwede po natin ditong i-cancel out yung 4 tsaka 2. Kasi meron silang GCF which is 2. So, itong 2, magiging 1 na lang po. And then, yung 4, magiging 2. So, i-rewrite lang natin 2 times -1 times 3. So, i-multiply lang po natin. So, 2 times -1, that is -2, times 3, that is -6. Ibig sabihin, 4xyz is equal to -6. Next, letter B, -18x squared, y squared, z squared. So, sulat lang natin, -18x squared, y squared, z squared. So, rewrite -18, and then substitute na natin yung mga values ng x, y, and z. So, for x, -1, and then squared. Exponent po yan. Ibig sabihin, yung -1, kailangan natin i-raise to the second power, i-multiply sa kanyang sarili ng dalawang beses. Next, the value of y is 3. Same, squared din. And then yung z, ganun pa rin. 1/2 squared. Next, rewrite natin ang -18. Next, -1 squared, that is +1. Bakit +1? -1 times -1 is +1. Next, 3 squared, that is 9. 3 times 3, hindi po 3 times 2. Magkaiba po yon. Next, 1/2 squared, that is 1/4. Next, pwede nating i-cancel out ang -18 saka 4. So, yung greatest common factor or GCF nila is 2. So, yung -18 pag dinivide natin sa 2, that is -9. Next, yung 4 naman dinivide sa 2, magiging 2. So, i-rewrite lang natin -9 times 9 times 1/2. So, wala na po tayong pwedeng i-cancel out dyan. So, i-multiply lang po natin yung mga natira. So, -18x squared, y squared, z squared is equal to -9 times 9, that is -81, times 1, -81 over 2. So, ito po yung ating final answer. -81 over 2. Next, what about kapag 3x plus 5y? Okay. So, substitute lang natin. 3x plus 5y equals 3, the value of x, times the value of x, that is -1, plus 5 times the value of y, that is 3. And then, we multiply 3 and -1, that is -3. Plus, the product of 5 and 3 is 15. So, -3 plus 15, that is +12. We follow the sign of the bigger value and then we proceed to subtraction. So, the value of 3x plus 5y is 12. Next, -7xy plus 4z squared. Ayan. So, negative 7 times the value of x, negative 1, times the value of y, 3, plus 4, substitute the value of z, which is 1 half, and then squared. Next, so negative 7 times negative 1, that is positive 7, times 3, 21, plus 4 times, so 1 half squared, that is 1/4. So 1 half times 1 half, 1/4. And then, we can cancel out 4 and 4. So makakancel out silang pareho. Ang matitira na lang po is 1. So 21 plus 1, i-add lang po natin. So the value of negative 7xy plus 4z squared is the sum of 21 and 1, that is 22. So let us have the last example. If k is equal to 5, m is equal to negative 8, and p is equal to 0, find letter A, k plus m plus p. So substitute lang po natin yung mga values ng given variable. K plus m plus p equals, so the value of k is 5, plus the value of m is negative 8, the value of p is 0. So k plus m plus p is equal to 5 plus negative 8, and that is negative 3. Next, so the quantity 3k minus m squared. So ganito lang po siya. 3 times the value of k, 5, minus the value of m is negative 8, and then squared. So next, 3 times 5, that is 15, minus negative 8. So magiging 15 plus 8, and then quantity squared. So 15 plus 8, that is 23. And then square lang natin yung 23. So 23 times 23, that is 529. So the value of the quantity 3k minus m squared is equal to 529. Next, for letter C, negative 1/4 km squared. So negative 1/4 km squared is equal to negative 1/4 times the value of k, 5, times the value of m, negative 8 squared, equals, so negative 1/4 times 5 times the square of negative 8 is positive 64. And then pwede natin i-cancel yung 4 tsaka 64. So the GCF is 4. So 4 will become 1. And then 64 will become 16. So multiplying the remaining numbers. So negative 1/4 km squared is equal to negative 1 times 5 times 16. That is negative 80. Next, our last item, k cubed minus m squared p. So the value of k is 5. K cubed minus m squared p. So substitute lang natin yung 5 cube minus the value of m is negative 8 squared times the value of p, 0. Next, 5 cubed, that is 5 times 5 times 5, 125, minus, so the square of negative 8 is positive 64. However, if positive 64 will be multiplied to 0, the product is 0. Remember, any number multiplied to 0, the answer is 0. So 125 minus 0, basically, k cubed minus m squared p is equal to 125. So, after nating discuss yung pag-evaluate ng algebraic expressions, so pupunta na tayo dun sa operations on polynomials. So, familiar naman kayo dun sa mga operations na yan. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So, ang una muna natin i-discuss, of course, the operation addition and subtraction. And then after that, merong another topic na kailangan ma-introduce before natin i-discuss yung multiplication and division of polynomials. So, yun lang. Maraming salamat. Kailan na ako, B? Bye.